Hey, what's up everybody? Today I want to show you what has happened on the Bitcoin chart. It's actually reversed course and jumped over its trend line, which indicates it's probably going for another bull run. So this is an excellent opportunity to buy in, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be adding to my position even more on Monday. So I want to show you what I see so you can see what a great opportunity this actually is. For myself, I've been trading Bitcoin since 2018 before I ever got into NFTs. And I actually tweet about it fairly often. And so here's a timestamp tweet on May the 3rd where I said I sold all my Bitcoin at 58,000 this morning. 58,000 is our monthly doji level, and I don't like the risk reward of these levels. I think it will take a piece of big news like Walmart buying Bitcoin to make us rocket up. If not, we're pulling back. Planning to buy back when there's blood in the water. And so I posted this a little later in the day, but earlier I'd sold up here, kind of closer to where, not far off from where the top was. And just to show you what I saw, let's go to a monthly chart here and kind of zoom out. And you can see this is, so each of these candles is one full month of trading data. And as you can see, up, 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 huge. And then this was at these, this was how we ended April. And as you can see, it was the first non-green candle, and it was a doji, which indicates indecision. And a doji is when you have the opening and the closing price is close together, so that it kind of looks like a cross. And so this indicates either indecision in the market or a reversal. And a reversal from up, 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 up is down. And so as soon as I saw that we had this, the doji level right here, you can see that both the open and the close is at around the 58,000 level. And so when I saw that, I said, I'm getting out. And I said I'd buy back when there was blood in the water. And we actually did get blood in the water. And I started to re-enter the market a few weeks later at May 18th once we hit 43,000. And at that point in time, I said I'm only 25% invested. I plan to add more at 42,000 all the way to 100% if we drop just below 40,000. Now, if you've been following along, we actually did get that drop, and we went even further, about $10,000 down further than I expected. But that's okay. I hung on for the ride, and it was worth it. I did do some trading in between, but it's been a constant down market for the last few months. As you can see right here, we didn't even really come back up to retest this trend line. Oftentimes, when we kind of have an established trend line, we'll come back up to test it, and then we'll fail and we'll come back down. But that never happened. It stayed down quite a bit around the $30,000 mark. But now just recently here at the end of July, we came back up to the trend line, and then we, as is normal when you test a trend line for the first time, you usually pull back, and that's exactly what it did. Didn't go down very far, went back to the 37.5 level, and then we came right back up to the trend line, and this time we popped right over it. So now a trend line, when it's set, basically, what a trend line does is that it's saying that all the action is usually taking place behind that line. So it will come up and it will touch it, but then it will usually go back down, and then also all the price action is happening underneath it. But then when it pops over a trend line, and now the other side of the line is used as a support, which we haven't quite had yet. We've only had one day, so it's going to be helpful to see, if it comes back and touches the line and then uses that support. It doesn't necessarily have to, but that will be helpful in confirming. But anyways, when it pops over a trend line and now that's used as support, that indicates a trend reversal. So we've been going down for many months, and now this is the indication that this is going to reverse, and we're going to have now an uptick and a second leg to the bull run, which is the hope. And so this is a great low risk entry point now that we've had this trend reversal. If you would like just some extra confirmation, you could wait a couple days just to kind of watch these candles to see if maybe we come back down to touch this line and then bounce back up off of it. That would be great confirmation, but there's, like I said, no guarantee that we're actually going to get it. What would be a bad sign is if instead it breaks the trend line, kind of showing a false breakout, goes down underneath it, closes underneath it, and continues down further. That's a sign that this was a fake out, and you would want to remove your position if you are a short-term trader like I am. I am both, but this video is specifically dealing with shorter-term gains rather than long-term. So anyways, we have this trend reversal. Let me show you an example of when this happened with the last bull run, which hit its peak at the end of 2017. So as you can see here, it hit its top. You always start the trend line with the top, and then it hit its next point here, which established the trend line. And then from there, this one didn't even come up to touch it. And then we came here and started to build some momentum close to where the trend line was. And then at this point right here, which is in July, the end of July 2020, so a year ago, it popped over the trend lines, almost a year to the date. And then it started a new trend. So from here, we were all the price action underneath, right? You can see everything's happening under the trend line. It pops over the trend line, and now it's going to use this as support, and it creates a new trend of up, 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 and look at all those beautiful gains. So Bitcoin has a great macro story, as you probably already know. It's 21 million coins. It's limited to that. It's decentralized. And, especially in a COVID area where the government is recklessly printing money and inflating the money supply, having a deflationary, I say deflationary, although there's, no extra coins being made or removed, it's deflationary in a sense because, over time, some people do lose the password to their account and coins are unrecoverable. So we do lose coins over time as opposed to gaining new ones. So there's a great macro story, and there's some great things with big companies on the stock market purchasing Square and Tesla, and we have companies that are making countries that are making legal tender, and lots of great news. So we got a good technical trend reversal, we got a great macro story, and if you're on the sidelines with Bitcoin, this might be a great time to re-enter. I have already had a position, probably somewhere about 30 to 40% of my position that I've been holding for several months. And I'm planning to now add to that and go up to a full position now that the trend has reversed. Okay guys, hopefully that's helpful. Would love to hear if you want more Bitcoin content, and to hear if you're invested in Bitcoin, or maybe you're just considering. Would love to kind of know your story as well.